Welcome to Talkin Comics, episode 14.
14?
Yeah,
How about 114?
that's what I said.
You said 14.
It doesn't matter. 14.
It doesn't matter? Okay.
It doesn't matter.
How are you doing this week? I gotta tighten that up. I forget every time.
This week? Well, pretty good. Today, horrible. I almost died in a bouncy house today.
You almost died in a bouncy house?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, tell that story.
Okay. Hold on, I need to readjust. Okay. So, today was field day at my school.
Field day.
They had 3 bouncy houses for field day. Popsicles. They were doing karaoke. It was a great time. Okay? So, I went into one bouncy house. Me and 3 of my friends and like 2 other people were in the bouncy house. Jumping around, having fun, okay? Then it started deflating. And it had like gotten like really low. We were touching the ground. And the other side was like popped up. And like, this is where I was and this was the other place. Okay? We were holding it up and trying not to pass out because there was very low oxygen right then.
Very low
and there.
oxygen.
And after like a few minutes of...
Oh, I totally messed up that throw. I'm
Ow.
not left-handed.
Anyways, so
Let's try that again.
after like a few minutes of us screaming, help, somebody help, and like kids looking at us, a teacher finally came and got us out.
Okay.
I'm never going in bouncy house again.
Try this again. Right-handed. All right, well, perfect.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Pin.
I'm glad you survived the bouncy house and field day. Thank you to Yellowbird Comics
Open 6 days a week.
in Fuquay, North Carolina. Go check them out.
Yeah.
Go on Thursdays and get to see Rob. Go the rest of the Tuesdays. Oh, I don't remember that kid's name. Russ, Rob, Trip. They're all there. Go check them out. Let's see. Oh, Allegra Printing. We're gonna go back to Allegra Printing next week.
Yay! Allegra Printing for all your printing needs. Traverse City, Michigan. Don't forget.
We will be in Traverse City next week
Yes,
again.
come and see us for our 3-day convention. My first ever multi-day convention.
First multi-day convention that we're doing.
With Talkin Comics.
And we'll have a booth. We'll have our stuff there. There's a cosplay contest on Sunday morning.
I'll have to bring both of mine.
So you got to sign up Friday or Saturday. The kids cosplay is at 10:30 on Sunday morning. The convention opens at 11, but you get to go in early, and then all the kids get to parade around the convention. So that'll be
sounds amazing.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. So
It's like a costume parade.
yeah, like costume parade, but cosplay parade. So that'll be fun. We'll be at Allegra Printing. We are out of our handouts, or we got very, very few of our handouts left. I got like 2 on my desk here of our handouts left. So I got more of those he's going to print for me while we're there. And some other stuff. I don't know exactly what, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, you can support the show on Patreon or Substack, or if you want to sponsorship information on our website. So yeah, we get to go to a convention next week. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a long drive, but we get to go away for the week for a few days. Next week's our episode will be on the road. We'll be at the convention or somewhere. We'll figure it out. Next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be at the hotel next Thursday. So
yeah. Or an Airbnb.
Yeah, so we'll probably film there as a con outlook.
Oh, and guys, guess what? This weekend at McGree's Crossroads, we're going to have our booth set up for the community yard sale.
We might set up our booth because I'm changing it up a little bit. So we might set up our booth at the yard sale just to see what happens. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, and I'm going to sell lemonade.
And we'll do lemonade. So we'll see. Maybe we can make some money this
stuff
weekend.
that I need to give away.
Yeah.
like my Funko Pop boxes. Nobody's
There you
gonna
go.
buy those.
Yeah, so we got a community yard sale this weekend. We leave Wednesday to start driving. We'll be there on Thursday. We got the convention Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday evening. So we got all Friday morning to do whatever. Hang out with Chris, go to Allegra. That's what we'll do, really.
I spent an entire day touching paper there.
Yep, we did. So we'll go, we'll do that. Yeah, and then we'll come home. So we won't have weekly polls next week, but we'll have a double weekly poll the following week. So speaking of which, I'll go first, and we're gonna it just worked out. We had enough to where we could alternate this week.
We're getting low.
I'll go first.
Shall I go first?
Well, you have 3, and I have 4. So I do 1, you do 1.
Okay, fine.
I do 1, you do 1.
Go.
I do 1, you do
Go.
1, and I do 1.
Good.
All right. So first up, I got Dungeons Dragons: The Fallbacks number 3. Ooh. All right. What did you get? First one.
I got Supergirl number 13. This cover.
Ooh. Yeah, I got you that cover. I don't know what cover that is, but
who knows?
All right. Next up, I got Doctor Strange number 6. My camera's in a weird spot. There we go. And then what'd you get?
I got another Supergirl number 13. I got
that's
the
A cover. Yeah. Hold it up a little bit more. You didn't hold it up quite long enough. There we go.
There's a clear.
Yep. Perfect. All right.
Great.
And then I got the Immortal Thor number 10.
Dop, 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 dop.
All right. And the last one you got
is Magic and Cola Susu. Number 4.
Number 4, Magical Susu.
Yeah.
And lastly, this week, we got the Absolute Batman number 20. It's featuring the Robin. He's in like a big mech suit. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I also got something this week.
What?
It's behind you. There's a whole row of them. On the wall.
What?
TCP.
Oh.
P. The Chronicles of Panel
Chronicles of Panel Pete. There you go. Yeah. So that was our weekly polls. Which one are you looking forward to reading the most?
Rogue number 4 or number 3. I can't remember which one I'm on.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Remind me to add Rogue and Magic to our pull list because they're not on there. Rogue to pull list. The other ones were on there. All right. I'm looking forward to the Absolute Batman to see what the Robin issue is going to be cool. That'll be cool.
Robin?
Yeah, Robin is in like a mech suit or something. Yeah. So this is the first appearance of Robin in the Absolute universe.
Robin.
Yep. So that'll be cool. What'd you read this week? Other than, you had EOG stuff, and the last couple days have been fun school days. But what'd you read?
That Eternal Diet, and that's it.
Okay. I read the Journey into Mystery, the Mighty Thor. I'm wearing my Mighty Pete shirt today. 227 to 233. So on to we are in volume 5. I finished up volume 4 on Friday. And yeah, so I've read a few issues into volume 5 of the omnibus. So that was pretty cool. And we're in the middle of Loki and another Loki attack on Midgard. Odin's in a forgetful spell. That's kind of crazy. So he doesn't, Thor asks for Odin's help and Odin's nowhere to be found. So what'd you play this week or watch?
I made bracelets and hot glue hearts and I played Fortnite, and that's about it.
Okay, a little bit of Fortnite. Made a bunch of bracelets. Sounds good. What did I read or do? A little bit of Slay Spire. We dumped Solasta this week. We played some other game. I can't remember.
What is Dump Celeste?
Well, we just didn't play it. Nobody was having fun with it, so we're gonna go back to playing Baldur's Gate next week. Played some filler game this week. Blarney, I think. It's like a little dungeon crawl game. It was all right. And yeah, that was about it. I didn't really watch anything this week. I haven't had time to watch stuff. I've been uber parent the last couple weeks. Ubering my parents, shuttling my parents around to doctor's appointments and such. So, we didn't really go to a convention last weekend. No, we had a weekend off. I actually took a day off. That was fun. Went to my buddy's house, hung out for a while. And then,
yeah, it was Mother's Day last weekend.
And then we had Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mom.
Yep, happy Mother's Day. Had some good food.
I gave my mom
Legos. I gave my mom mulch around trees and then painted a bunch of mulch because I got leave. After 30 bags of mulch, I was like, I'm done. And then I painted the rest. The paint actually looks good, though.
It gets on my shoes.
Yeah, well, don't walk through it.
I can't help that when I'm playing basketball.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Because sometimes I fall in it.
So, yeah, we didn't really have a convention. But mail time, we did actually, this ain't really mail, but I won a drawing. Shag's, oh God, I don't remember. I'll have to pull it up. I'll put it up. I'll put it in the link below. But follow him. He's a local creator, does a lot of comic stuff. He did a drawing. I won. So this was actually in my pull box when I went to the store today. He dropped it off there. I know there's a couple things in here, but I can't remember everything. So I'm going to open it. We got some cool cards, some Upper Deck Spider-Man cards. Oh, and some stickers, it looks like.
Stickies.
All right. So hold on. We got, let's see. We got Mary Jane, Ant-Man, Ben Parker, Namor, Silk, Elton Prince, Montez Ford, and Hawkeye. Just like little trading cards. Then I got an Aw Yeah Free Comic Book Day sticker. It's pretty cool.
I want that.
Yeah, I figured. A Scooby-Doo sticker.
I want that.
Shag's Comics and Toys. Aw yeah. And he's got a little Volkswagen bug on there. So there you go. Shag's Comics and Toys. He's on this sticker. That's pretty funny. That's him, though. That's Shags with a beard. He's got a beard. You see, there's a picture on my website of me and Shags, too. I'm not going to show that picture, but it's funny. It's not that bad. It's just funny. The Mystery Incorporated gang. That's pretty cool. Oh, God. Velma, maybe? No, it's not Velma. Who is that?
Daphne?
Daphne, thank you.
Yeah.
It is Daphne from Scooby-Doo. And then we got some comics in here, too. Got to unwrap all this bubble wrap. I'll give you this bubble wrap. Not right this second, but
I like bubble wrap.
Let's see here. I know there's some Mark Spears monsters in here. Oh yeah, Silver. So the Silver Surfer Part 3 Annual: The Return of the Defenders. That's a pretty cool comic. Oh, it's signed too. That's very cool. And then we got a Dynamite #1, the Archie, the Army of Darkness. It's pretty cool. Some more stickers. Hey, it's your favorite.
Harley?
Oh, there is a Thor sticker on there, though.
Wait, is there a Harley sticker?
Oh, these are not stickers. These are temporary tattoos.
Is there?
No, it's Marvel, so it's not Harley. It's got your favorite Captain America, though.
Yeah.
And Thor. It's got Thor, though, which is awesome. So some Avengers tattoos. And then some, Mark Spears Monsters. Looks like issue 8. Some variant covers. It looks like Shags. This one looks like the Hulk. Frankenstein is the Hulk. Mark Spears is Dracula. Mark Spears Monsters. That one looks creepy. It's like a spider. Ugh.
Oh, I don't want that one. You can. I don't know.
That one looks like what's his name? Red Skull. I'm sure it's not, but it's what it looks like. All right, so that was our mail time this week. So that was pretty cool. Now we have a guest waiting in the wing. So, all right, well, I'll keep talking. So that was our mail time. Other mail time news. I mailed a bunch of stuff. So I think 85-90% of the Kickstarter is mailed out. I'm still waiting on a couple of you to fill out your the project page, the product launch. What is it called? The project. Oh God, I just drew a blank.
Oh.
Project management. There's a couple more people I'm waiting on to fill that out, but all the rest are mailed. So, and there's a couple that I have to hand in person to some people. But yeah, it's pretty much wrapped up. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so now we're gonna welcome our guest. Maybe.
Should I applause?
Should you applaud?
I'm going to applaud. Is that a good applause?
Sorry, I think I hit.
Hey. Oh, you're fine. I was like, it said decline. I was like, oh
no, I don't want you on here for no. I was just kidding about this whole time. I was just, dragging you along.
Right?
No,
let me go.
You're not.
Let me go
really
find another podcast.
Yeah, go find another podcast to be on. No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I had when I hit the record button, there was like a little pop-up thing, and like it was hiding the let in button. So I was trying to hit the side of it, and it hit the decline button instead.
But oh, yeah, no worries.
I got it up there on the other side, so it worked out. Well, normally I don't let people that have never been on before join this episode, but we got to hang out with you for 8 hours, 10 hours, however long it was.
Right.
We tabled to get right next to each other all day at Free Comic Book Day a couple weeks ago at Hidden Temple Toys.
Yeah.
Having so much fun. We sat there and talked all day in between selling our wares. It was a fun time. We did pretty good for especially not costing us a dime to be there.
Right, we did.
So I did pretty, we did about, I don't know, $90 So
it actually cost us more than a dime to go there because of gas.
Okay, touche.
So $1,000. That's pretty dang expensive. So
right. Plus I had about
we're in the negative still.
Plus we went to dinner. So I mean, in all said and done, we literally lost money again, but not as much as we normally lose.
Well, it balanced out. Balanced out.
And we did it. So, we handed out a bunch of our cards, which was awesome. Just dropped my screen.
That is cool.
That's all we have left.
Yeah.
Are the cards.
Luckily, we're going back to Traverse City, Michigan next week for a 3-day convention up there. So I've already told my buddy at the print shop, like, hey, go ahead and print some of those because I'll be there Friday to pick them up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that'll be good. I'll be able to get a restock on those. I'll ship them to me, save a little bit of money. But you are a fellow comic creator. Tell people about your book.
I am, yes.
And who you are and your backstory and like your social security number and all that stuff.
My lore. Yeah. I'll give y'all my lore.
Exactly.
My lore. So I have a copy. I just pulled one out of thin air. This is Love Game Beyond the Gates of Heaven. I've been working on it for about 4 years. So a good chunk of my 20s went into this book. But yeah, it's pretty much just about a guy who wakes up without his memories, and he doesn't really know why he's on like a wanted sign, him and his dog. And all these crazy bounty hunters are after him, and they're trying to, turn him in for the prize money. And they all have these crazy abilities. And then he's drawn to the gates of heaven, where he later reveals more about why he's missing his memories and kind of sets up the rest of the story. So this is really where it ends for Act 1, is kind of him getting to heaven. So there's a lot more to go. So it's going to definitely be a long going series.
Is that the first 6 in that book or first 4?
So I do have the 4 volumes separately. This is volumes 1 through 4 all together.
Yep.
So this is everything that I have so far, plus
Okay.
a bonus story, which you probably heard me say a couple times for the
did.
customers.
I heard the spiel.
Gotta sell them on the
anytime.
bonus story.
Exactly. No, because I read the first one, and you also have them available to read on your website for free if you really wanted to.
Right.
I read digitally for the podcast, but otherwise I hate reading digitally.
You I know I totally forgot
Yeah.
to give you a physical
it's fine.
copy.
But I did read the first one today, and you love cliffhangers because that was a hell of a cliffhanger at the end of that
Right.
at that issue. So, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I loved the story. The bounty hunter thing. It took me a minute to get there, but I really enjoyed that part. And then they find him at the end, and he's like ran out of gas, and I'm like, oh, that's not good.
Right.
But yeah, that was awesome. So how did you come up with this story?
Yeah. So I guess it was I think it was 2022 when I first started writing it. And ever since I was younger, I'd always kind of have these scenarios or these almost music videos in my head when I listen to music. So there is this really cool ambient sound or ambient album called Absence by Delora. And it was just very synthwave. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm picturing a scenario of this guy, riding on his motorcycle with his dog on the back of the bike. And there's these wanted signs everywhere. And everyone's just chasing after him. And he stops at a gas station and then he just attacks and transforms into this this super powered version of himself. And so I was I was explaining it to my friend and I was like, I would really love to make this a real thing, but animation takes a really long time. And video game dev is really hard to do, especially by yourself. So I'm like, what's the easiest way I could do it? It might be time consuming. What's the easiest way that I can do it where I still have my current skill set? I don't have to learn all these different things overnight. So I was like, I guess I could just do a comic. So I told my friend about it while we were waiting for a Pokemon game at a midnight release. And I think in his head he was like, "Oh, this is cool, but you're probably going to forget about it in a week or so." So then later that week, I started the first panel and I just kind of kept going and one page turned into 2 pages and it turned into a chapter and then 2 chapters and a volume, and I just never stopped. So I definitely went back a couple of times to redo some things, but
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of just
how long is it going to be? I know you have 4 volumes out now. How long is it going to be
until I finish?
Yeah.
So I kind of have the inspiration of my favorite manga artist Araki, which is the guy who does JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And the way he kind of does his stories is he just kind of keeps going. He had one of his parts because he breaks all of his instead of seasons, they're all different stories. So they're miniature stories. So
you could literally just do hundreds of these things and just keep it all in the same world.
Well, I would say the main character Cub story, I'm gonna keep going until honestly until I'm sick of it. So I'm probably gonna go for a couple of years. This Rocky, he's gone for almost 10 years, and then he finally is like, okay, let's start the new part. So I think I have a couple plot points I want to get to. Once I reach them, then I think it's time to retire him.
Show a couple pages because I love your artwork and style. Just show off a little bit of that, the coloring and stuff. Because you do all that yourself, right? The coloring, the lettering, and everything.
I do. I this is where all the magic happens, right here.
There it is.
My drawing tablet
and everything. I noticed that when I stopped talking for a minute.
Right. Yeah. So this is one of the pages from the first chapter.
Perfect.
And then I'll show you kind of a newer one. Let me see. This is kind of the more recent
back it up
part where he's in heaven.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
The coloring, I loved like the splash of coloring. Like it's not full color, it's not full black
Yeah.
and white. It's just this splash page of color. That's been pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
What are some of the
It-
biggest challenges you've had with creating this?
I think a lot of the biggest challenges I've had was kind of converting how I consume media and breaking it down into a comic book form. So, when we watch TV or animation or whatever, we're reliant on the sound and the visuals to tell the story. When we read like a book, we're reliant just on the words. But when you have a comic, it's kind of somewhere in between where you have to rely on almost frames and you kind of have to tell those stories in specific images. So I think it was kind of, saying, okay, if this is a story, what frames do I highlight and what words do I emphasize, and will people get the in between, the in between the different panels. So I think just kind of changing how my mind worked in that way, and almost like visualizing a tiny cameraman in in my drawn world to kind of picture, okay, where would I stand, what would be shown, and definitely a lot of trial and error. I've tried a couple of different angles and stuff, like a weird over the head one, and just weird different things that I've tried. So I would say, but ultimately I would say probably just messing around with um different angles and making sure the reader understands um you know what I'm trying to tell them
Makes
without
sense.
holding their hand. Yeah.
Makes sense. Annakah, do you have a question?
Do you want me to go over my question?
You can. Well, not
Yeah, of
not
course.
this or that yet, but you have questions?
The one question that you put. Oh, okay. What is your favorite Easter egg in your work that fans might have missed?
Do you
That's a
do
good
Easter
one.
eggs?
I do Easter eggs, yes. A lot of my family and friends are named after characters and stuff. So, and my dog, he's in the other room, but he's based after Tiny Bite. But I would say one of the biggest ones that kind of inspired me, and actually I brought it, was this hat I used to wear when I was a little kid. This is the actually the main hat that Cub wears. So
Yep.
when I was little, I really wanted to, I always would draw myself as like a cartoon character wearing this hat. So I thought it was a really cool nod to my younger self to, to draw myself in that hat. So, and it's the same one. So it's fallen apart a little bit, but I've worn that hat so many times for references and stuff like that. But so I would say the main Easter egg would probably be just, the fact that it is based after a younger version of myself in some aspects.
I think I asked you this when we were sitting next to each other all day, but are you from North Carolina?
So I was actually born in New York, near
Okay.
Syracuse.
That
Yep,
makes more
upstate New
sense.
York.
Yeah, I lived in
Yeah.
upstate New York. I don't know if I brought that up.
Oh, really? I don't know. Yeah, what
Just
part?
outside of Elmira, New York. So just south of
Elmira.
Syracuse. So
Okay.
about an
I'm gonna
hour
pretend I know
south.
where that is.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna pretend I'm gonna be like, right.
It's about an hour south. Well, so there's like Syracuse and Ithaca, and then Elmira. So
Right.
and I was right outside Elmira. It was pretty close to. It used to make me mad because everybody says we're from upstate New York.
Right.
I was 10 minutes from the Pennsylvania border, so it took me a long time
So you were
to
downstate.
grasp. Right. I considered, like, how can I be upstate when I'm in the south of the state where, like, there's another state right there?
Right.
It was many years it took me to realize New York City is the only thing that matters.
They need to separate the two.
They do. It needs to
They
be
honestly,
its own state out there.
it needs to be called like New York and a half, or like Big New York. No, honestly, Big New York or Old New York.
I like Big New York.
I think would be Big New York. Yeah.
I'm hoping to take Annakah to New York in August, so we're gonna
Yeah,
go
that'll be fun.
get good pizza.
You want pizza? Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll get some.
Uh,
In the city part, big. Or I'm gonna try to see if the name sticks. Big New York or
yeah.
New York City.
No, we're going to Big New York. So
Big New York. Okay.
yeah, get some good pizza, go to some museums and big tall buildings. It's funny because we'll drive like on 440, like going to like Glenwood or whatever, and we'll be
Right.
passing those big apartments there, like near the CarMax and stuff. And she's like,
Yeah.
"This is New York," and I'm like,
You're like, not yet.
not even close."
They
You guys
tumble.
should check out Southwick Beach if you've ever heard of that.
I have not.
In upstate. I think it's Lake Onondaga or something like that.
I don't know.
It's I don't know, near
Have you heard of Watkins Glen,
Watkins Glen.
New York? It's at the very
No.
bottom southern tip of Seneca Lake.
Seneca Lake.
It's one of the Finger Lakes in New York.
One of the Finger Lake. I vacationed on a Finger Lake. I don't know what finger.
Don't know which one.
I don't know what finger.
Well, and
but-
NASCAR races there too. They have like a road course there. They were just there last weekend.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have a friend that lives in Watkins Glen, and then we go to Horseheads and Erin and Elmira, get some really good Pudgy's pizza. I miss the pizza.
Okay.
But anyway. All right, so I have some.
She's like, no.
Yeah, she's had a long
I don't
day.
like-
She got hung up on like a collapsing bouncy house.
I
at
tried.
school.
No. I almost died in a bouncy
Girl, what's
house.
the story? What's the story?
Okay, it's tea spilling time. Okay,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I'll cut it out from the first part of the episode.
today it was field day at my school because it's like the week after EOGs, everything's done, blah blah blah.
Right.
Okay, we had field day today. So it was like a different. Usually they have like limbo and like water balloon stuff and whatever. But
Okay.
this year was different. They had not water, bouncy houses.
Bouncy houses.
Yeah, 3 of them. Okay. And I was on one with 3 of my friends and like 2 other people. Okay. We were jumping, having fun. And then it started deflating. And we were all
Honestly,
stuck in a corner.
disrespectful. I would have been livid.
Exactly.
I would have been livid.
Exactly. It's horrible. And I was. Okay?
As you should be.
So we
I
were
would've
all
been
stuck in like
furious.
this side and the other, and it was like going up, and then and we were touching the ground, and then after like a few minutes of us screaming help, someone finally noticed and came and saved us.
Wow.
And we
They
were
finally
holding it
noticed. They were
up.
probably like, let these girls, leave them alone.
We
Let
were
them
holding
enjoy
told
the
them-
house.
we were holding the bouncy house up, and there was like a lot. There was a lot of us in there, and we were holding it up, and there was not enough oxygen, and we almost passed out, and it was bad. And
I
I'm
told
never
her-
going into bouncy house again.
I told her the
Yeah,
teachers
that's
were
start-
probably trying to thin out
That's your
the herd.
lore. That's your villain lore right there.
Exactly.
That's
I
how she
almost
becomes a
died in.
villain.
I almost died in a bouncy house when I was 11.
Right.
I don't need her to be a villain any more than she already is.
Well, that's her origin story.
Right?
The bouncy house incident of
So what it-
2026.
So
Yes.
Joker falls in a toxic waste. You get suffocated by a bouncy house. So what's gonna be your like villain name?
Balloony.
Balloony.
Like baloney.
Or Loony Balloony.
Yeah.
go.
Loony.
Loony Balloony.
Yeah.
And you instead of having nets, you just have like plastic, like garbage bags, and you suffocate people. Put them in garbage bags.
Put them in garbage bags.
Yeah.
There better be Glide. Not Glide. Glad.
Or the pink one.
Glide is another
The
yeah,
pink ones that
the-
smell like cherry blossom.
cherry. Yep.
Yes.
Limited edition,
Right.
but valid.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Only in the springtime, but right.
Normally I'd have a
Definitely.
bunch more questions, but I do have fun questions for you, and then she's got to
Yeah.
answer that game that we were going to play. But I guess this being a little bit quicker of an episode,
Yeah.
when you get your next book out, you could definitely come back, and we can, when you do your next volume, every time you release
Right.
something, you can come back. But you
Sure.
can't, because it's the first time on. I always ask everybody their first time on these few questions.
Okay.
So, who is your first favorite superhero or comic character that you fell in love with or liked?
That I fell in love with. It's funny. I was like, Talkin Comics. He's gonna ask me my favorite comic book character. So I came somewhat prepared.
Sleep.
I
I've had
I
people
would
watch episodes and write the questions down and then like study them before. I'm like, you cheated.
right. I know. I would say, and this is going to be really basic, but
Hey,
probably Batman is
hey, there is
probably my
nothing wrong with
favorite.
Batman. I have Batman in my background. So, um, well,
Yeah.
because
Oh, you do?
we can, I ask these questions because they spark conversation.
Right.
So we didn't really like, how did you get into comics? Like you started as an artist, right? Like a graphic
Right.
artist for video games, right?
Right. Yes.
And
A
then,
character artist.
you decided, well, comics is a medium that you could use, right? To,
Right.
get your story out. So like, what was your introduction to comics to start with?
Right. I know I sound like a fraud.
No,
I
you
would,
don't. That's
I would,
I'm the same
no,
way, so don't feel bad.
no, I had a friend. He's like, you really don't read comics. You really don't read. So why are you making a comic book? And I'm like, you're honestly right. I really don't know why. No, I would say for me, I've always, or recently rather, I've been really into like manga,
Okay.
um, which is kind of like a Japanese comic.
Yeah.
So, I was really
Comics are lovely.
inspired by manga. Yeah, they're definitely more popular here, or they're becoming more popular.
Right.
And I really use that as a lot of references rather than traditional comics. And I think the reason, because I was calling it a manga for a while, I'd be like, oh, I got to work on my manga, blah blah blah, but no one knew what I was talking about. They're like, what is a manga? And I'm like, it's a manga.
I do that to
But
her all the time.
what's a
Manga.
manga? Yeah, manga.
Dad jokes.
Yeah. I'm like, Jenga? Are you trying to say Jenga or
Right.
manga? But I guess I just kind of realized that it's because we live in America, a lot more people are familiar with comics.
Right.
And you know, my art is in English, and it is not that you can't obviously read English manga, but it originates in English. And there's things like gas stations and very rural areas of my comic, so it is very American inspired
And it's
in a
left to
lot of
right, not
ways.
right to left. So
Exactly. So I would say it does appear more like a comic. So
right.
that's kind of why I picture my story kind of like squeezing into a room with other comic books. Like, hey, y'all got room?
Right.
Y'all got room in here?
I feel the
'Cause
same way. Because you said you don't read, you don't do like I would read comics like I did as a kid a little bit, and then I did in my, early 20s or late 20s.
Right.
Early 30s, I went through a stint with my oldest daughter. We got into comics for a little while together, and then it wasn't until she got or discovered comics, till Annakah discovered them, where I was able to get back into them and like go dust off my one comic box I owned, right, and
Right.
pull them out and start doing this. And now I have, I don't know, a crap ton of boxes around me. And then I wrote one. Like, I didn't read hardly anything. I don't read books. I don't read unless I'm forced to by like, a job or, something. I hated reading. I'm not a writer. I've never written anything in my life until like then I decided to write a comic. Like, what?
And I respect you for saying that, because people always lie and they're like, oh, I love to read.
Oh,
I'll be like, oh, like, what do you do when you get home? Honestly, when I'm home, this is what they'll say. Honestly, when I'm home, I can't put a book down. I'll read a book and I'll read like 13 books in an hour. I'm like, relax, girl. You're not impressed anymore. Like, if anything, get a life, girl.
Right, get a life.
Like, get a life. But
I am not that person.
I'm not saying reading books aren't good.
Right.
I just feel like some people get a
exaggerate
little carried away with
it.
how much they read. Yeah.
I don't. Like, I do read comics now like crazy. Not as much as I should, because my to read pile is almost in frame.
They're stacking up.
But I do read at least one a day. I read one Thor issue a day.
Right. That's what you were saying. You're going
so
through
I
like a
have
challenge of
my challenge of my Thor collection back here. I'm getting all like the Mighty series and the omnibuses and epic collections and stuff. So I'm reading one a day. Started at the beginning. I'm on 234. I think I'm on tonight. So,
okay.
You're better than me. I read one a week, not even.
Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's getting to be summer, so we're about to both start reading some more. So
right. Well, when I was 11, I hated
Oh yeah, me
reading
too.
or any type of
My
book.
mom would buy me books, and she'd be like, "Just go pick out a book." We'd go to the bookstore, because my dad liked to really read. He read a lot of westerns, and my mom
Right.
reads, whatever, like I don't know, John Grissom books, which are cool. They're cool movies. That was that. See, I'm that weirdo that's like, oh, there's a movie. I'll go waste 2 hours watching the movie versus 18 hours reading a book.
You want
Exactly.
you want to save time.
Oh,
Right.
There's
you want,
nothing wrong with
you want,
that. They'll be like, "Oh, you didn't notice the small details that were in the movie." I'm like,
Must not have
"Girl,
been important enough to put in the movie then.
right. Yeah, like let's summarize here. Come on, we got
Right.
things to do.
I
Let's
need the cliff
summarize."
notes, not the.
Right.
What were you gonna say?
Not
okay.
the
Here's something that's so unfair. So,
okay.
we had to do a book report for school. I don't read regular books most of the time unless I like
Right.
really and interesting in them. Okay, like the one I'm reading right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I go on Libby to get the audiobook. Okay, and the boys and the girls' books were separated, okay?
They had to read different.
Which can we talk about for a second?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
no,
She was
no.
already mad because the boys' book was thinner.
The boys' book was
Oh,
thinner
wow.
and had bigger text. The girls' book was thicker and had smaller text. And my
wow.
teacher said they're going to take the same amount of time to read. One of my classmates
Was she
finished
calling the
the
boys
day.
stupid?
No, the one of my
Well,
classmates finished the
probably.
book he was given in the first day that he got it.
Wow.
He likes to read.
Okay.
That's crazy. What if you were like, "I don't want to read this book that was assigned to me. Can I take one of the smaller ones?" That's crazy.
No, she's like, stop comparing them. Anyways, so I go on Libby.
Okay.
I search up the boys' book. It's 1 hour to read. 1 hour. I search up the girls' book. It's 5. 5 hours.
Oh wow.
4 more
So you
hours.
we were hate crimed.
Right.
Yeah, 4
Right.
more hours of my life.
No,
That's
Just
crazy.
saying.
that's crazy. Because I'll admit it there, but like I still can't believe that I actually wrote something, and it exists in this world. Something that I
Yeah.
wrote and hired an artist, but I wouldn't trade. I loved it, and now I have stories in my head that I'd never had before.
Right.
Like I want to write more, so that's even weirder. But here I am.
That's
I'm a
awesome. Yeah,
writer.
it's the creativity is infectious. Once you come up with something, you just
I
you want
need
to keep
another
going.
plane ride because the last time I was on a plane ride, I had like 5 hour plane trip to Seattle and back, 5 each way, and that was the
Oh
time I
wow.
wrote the script for the first script. So I need another long plane ride to do my next book.
Right. Yeah, for your inspo.
Do you remember the first comic book you ever read?
The first, it was
It was
definitely
last week, and no, I'm
yeah, it was
kidding.
last week, and it was yeah. Um, so the first like real, I would say, I mean, it was a manga. It was
Okay.
probably well, story wise, it was Captain Underpants
Okay.
when I was
Nothing
little,
wrong with
and
that.
then I would say like more of a traditional like kind of panel to panel. It was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think it was part 5, Golden Wind.
Have you read any JoJo
You're like,
books?
what is that?
Oh,
No, I know. So I don't read. I tried. I cannot read right to left. I
It's hard. It's hard because
barely can
often
read left to right, and now you want me to
I'll
try
be
backwards? I can't do it.
yeah, I'll be holding it sometimes. It'll be like I haven't read it. If you haven't read it in like a week and you go to pick it back up, good luck.
exactly.
You'll be like
God.
how like where do I open this book?
Right.
Exactly. And
I
then sometimes my bookmark is like in a weird position. So like I don't know which page I'm on. It's
And you're like,
weird.
I guess I'll just reread it, the whole thing.
Exactly. I had to do that with my Sailor Moon book because I lost my bookmark and I go to read it. I was like halfway through the book and I was like, dang it,
Ugh.
I lost my bookmark. So I just reread it.
And you like remember certain things that you already read, but you're like, oh, but I don't know, I don't want to miss anything. So
Exactly.
it's honestly the worst.
I was surprised how much that happened. So reading some of these Thor books, some of them, like if I read the comic edition, it'll have like reprints or even like the newer Thor books sometimes will have a reprint of an old Thor comic in it.
Right.
And it was like, I'll read it, and it'll be like, man, I've read this one, and I'll reread it. I'm like, oh, I remember every single page of this. This is crazy.
Right.
It's so weird.
Just from like, yeah, reading in the past.
Do you have a current favorite series that you read? A current one?
So I'm gonna give you two.
Nope. I just write my own.
Okay, I'm gonna give you three.
Okay.
Just yeah, three. So obviously JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but
Yep.
I feel like I'm saying that a little too much.
Hey, what you like, it's what you like.
So then I would say my next one is Junji Ito. I've been really into Junji Ito. He's a horror mangaka, which is like, he just does like horror. And he's pretty gross. Definitely not for you, girl, but
Okay.
when you get older. And then one I want to get into, and this is for Carmen, if you're listening, it will get done. Because she's like, oh, you're not even a fan. You don't read it. It will get done. And that is Berserk. You might have heard of Berserk.
I want to read Berserk as well.
It was that big statue behind us that was like $2,000.
Yeah.
It is Berserk. Yeah, I had the first volume. I really want to read. Yes, they're big. They look like Bibles. They're thick.
So are these omnibuses. These things are what, like 500 pages? No, like almost 1,000 pages in these.
Yeah, that is a big boy.
So yeah, I get it.
They're about that size, but I would say, I definitely want to start and finish that one, but
There's
it's
a
hard
lot
because
of them too. There's so many.
There's like four. There's about four of those. I think the original author unfortunately passed away, and I think someone close to him finished volume 14 for him. So I think it's picking up from his friend. So which is interesting. So
there's 14 volumes.
There's about 13 or 14 of those really big chunkers.
Jesus. Okay.
So they'll definitely take up some room. I have the first one, so
I know Yellowbird has I think a few of them.
Oh yeah, that's cool. They do manga.
Red ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try to read Berserk too, but that's going to be a while.
Yeah.
And if it's left or if it's right to left, I'll never read it. But is it?
It is, unfortunately, yeah, because it is a manga. But
gotcha.
You could always. I know you don't like reading online, but
I don't.
You could always,
How
do
does
that as well.
work?
But they have websites where they like scan them in, and honestly, it's nice sometimes because like, if they release a new chapter in Japan and they haven't converted it to English yet, fans will do fan dubs for it, so you can kind of get to read it ahead of time. So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, here's a fun one. If you could live in any comic book universe, what one would you choose?
If I could live, definitely not Berserk. I would be very depressed.
I don't know if I'd survive very long.
I'd look good though, because the characters look really good in that comic, but I'd be beautiful but depressed.
Gotcha.
But I would say the Magic School Bus comes to mind, honestly.
Ooh. That's a new answer. I love that.
I don't even think it's a comic, so I guess I took my own spin on it, but I would say Miss Frizzle.
But they're small. Yeah,
it's probably not, but I would say, like, how cool would it be to be hanging out with Miss Frizzle?
Yeah.
Some of the places, I'm pretty sure she went inside someone's body once. They shrunk down and they went inside of like someone's. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, there was another one called Adam.
Oh.
No, Invader. No, oh god, Inner Space. That's what it was. Inner Space. I think it had like the guy that I don't know the guy's name. He's a pretty big actor. But Inner Space, Dennis Quaid, I think is who was it. But they like shrunk down like this like spaceship into the size of, microscopic, and then injected it into the body, and he's like going around the human body, doing stuff.
Oh, is it like his name is like Jim? He's like a worm or something like that, or not? No, that's something else. I know what you're talking about. He has like this.
I mean, this movie came out when I was a kid, so That was many
Yeah,
moons
I
ago.
think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, because honestly, I was thinking like Batman or whatever, but those are like some of
Right.
the darker Joker things are like very grotesque and dark. So I don't know if
Yeah,
I don't
Magic School Bus is
know.
a great answer. Like some of the best answers I've gotten is like Garfield, Peanuts, so like, Snoopy running
The
around.
Peanuts,
Worst that could happen is Lucy pulls the football away from you.
right?
Um, those are like the two that stand out that are like, the peaceful worlds, but Magic School
Right.
Bus. Next one.
But honestly, I probably could have, I don't know, maybe thought of something better, but
Hey, that's what this is all about. First thing
that's
that
what
comes
came to mind. Magic School Bus.
If you could have any superpower, what would you choose?
So if I could have any superpower, this one is gonna be more niche, but it would be the power to rewind time.
Ooh.
So I always have dreams where I can like rewind time by like the minutes or like the seconds. So like I'll be fighting someone and then like I'll just rewind the clock on my wrist and then it like rewinds time and then I'm like, I'm over here.
Yeah.
There's one of my favorite video games. It's called Life is Strange and it's about this girl and she has the ability to like rewind time and in the game you get to do that too. If you make a mistake you get to like rewind and everything reverses around you. So I would say yeah, rewinding time for sure.
I like that. Rewind time.
Yeah,
You screw something up, well, we'll just rewind. Try that again.
rewind. Yeah.
All right, two more, and then she's got her stuff. But which
Okay.
comic book character would you want as a sidekick or manga character?
Or manga character. I'll do a comic book character. I would say, well, I mean, not Robin. I'm gonna tell you who would not
Well,
make
it could be
the
any
the
character.
thing.
It doesn't have to be a sidekick. You can pick any character to be your
Any
sidekick.
character.
So you could choose Batman to be your sidekick.
I probably Batman I feel like is the main character though. So that would be a
Yeah.
hard dynamic, but I would say that what's his name? The Superman dog? It's Superman's
Crypto.
cousin's dog, Crypto. I would probably choose Crypto.
Crypto's awesome. Annakah likes Crypto.
Probably Crypto. Like some sort of animal. It would have to be an
It would
animal.
have to be an
It would
animal?
have to be an
Okay.
animal. Because I don't want no human. Like what you know what I mean? Like they take up space and they're stinky. Like I'd rather pick an animal of sorts. So
Actually,
Yeah.
I'd rather have a cat, to be honest.
Okay. What's her cat's
I would
name?
choose a cat.
They always have a cat on the covers there, but I don't know what
I forgot
cat's
his name. Sparky.
Oh, is that a
It's a Supergirl comic.
It's a
oh
cat.
she's
But,
got a
like,
cat and a dog.
Yeah.
Every
That's crazy.
issue
Yeah,
they
that's
do
great.
a
I'm more of a cat person.
Really? Okay.
like a variant
Yeah.
cover.
I only have 2 now.
She does. She lost a cat last week.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And then today my teacher had to play a movie where a cat died.
Rude.
Yeah.
So you were being hate crimed, is what I hear.
Again.
Again.
2 times
Two-
today.
3. Yeah.
All right,
That's you need a lawyer, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then a few days ago we went to like a band
Okay.
night and my friend was swinging on the swing and the swing literally was rusted and it broke on her.
Oh wow.
At
Yeah.
So they did your
school?
girl dirty too. They did your girl dirty too.
Exactly.
That's insane.
They did us both
Well,
dirty.
I was gonna say, let me grab my real life sidekick real quick, and
Okay.
then I want to just show you really quick. I'll be
All
right
right,
back.
sure.
Okay. Animals.
Now,
Eat,
Annaka's
eat.
gonna love this.
Yeah.
I think he said he had a dog.
Yes, I do. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yeah, we can.
My headphones. Okay.
I'm used to having my own headphones where I can just take it down. That is a
This is
fluffy
Cosmo
dog.
Star.
Oh my
Cosmo Star.
gosh. So
It is cute.
Yeah, he's who Tiny Bite is based after.
I
If you
love
couldn't
that.
tell.
so cute.
So I
What
need
if-
to get him cut.
What if my cat has autism?
One of your cats has autism, not
Yeah.
the cat on a spectrum.
Literally. Or anxiety or something.
Anxiety,
Well,
because you drive it crazy.
You know what?
Or
That's her real superpower. That's your
No,
cat's
not really.
superpower is power of autism.
I
Which
don't-
is a superpower.
There you go.
I don't really know though. He might have anxiety or autism because he's kind of freaky. No, he like does weird things. He's like every time I like tap the table, he like jumps. And then whenever I try to pet him, he has really long claws. So whenever I pet him and then leave to go to school, he just goes
He probably has sensory issues.
maybe.
Talking about the orange cat.
Yeah. Orange cats are different. I stole that one from
That's
my
funny.
sister.
Wow.
The orange cat. Well, what's this orange cat's name?
Nacho.
Nacho. Okay.
I renamed it to Nacho Dorito Cheese.
Okay.
Ooh,
yeah, it was
that's the full name. That's
Yes.
his government name.
Yeah.
government.
Yeah. Cheese.
All right. So
Cheese.
the last
Yeah.
one I got is if you're.
Yeah.
I love this question because if you come back, I have an updated version of this question.
Okay.
If your life were a comic book, what would the title be?
See, I did actually listen to that.
Cheated
You
to
asked
that,
another
yeah.
person, and I was like trying to think about it. So I would say it would be called Unfortunately Iconic.
Unfortunately, iconic.
Iconic, because sometimes it's just unfortunate that I'm so iconic, and it does affect me.
Hey.
And I feel like being iconic is just anything you do in life, you just gotta be iconic.
Circle your answers so you're.
Oh yes, I need pen.
You'll learn.
You
about
write
it.
that down, girl. Write that down, girl.
Well, she has a.
I lost my pen.
Oh yeah, it fell on the floor. I'm throwing two over there.
Give me.
Today. Oh god, things are happening. Things are falling.
The pixels are like going crazy right
Yeah.
now
I
for
don't-
me.
I don't
That
know.
iPad is not having a good day.
Can I have another one? Hey, third time's a charm.
Did you catch it?
Yeah.
No, of course not. All right, now I have no pen.
Oh, you'll live.
All right. I don't
Okay,
need pen
give
for
me a
this.
second. Let me just circle my answers.
Oh yeah, she's got to circle her answer.
Oh yeah, take your time.
The answers do make sense, by the way.
Do
Okay.
they? Do they?
Yes,
I don't know about that.
they do.
This is like, you ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I have not seen that. No. Whose line is it? I've heard of it. I've heard of that for sure. But
Well, when Drew, well, I think in the original person, I don't know, maybe all of them, but basically it's like they joke about everything's made up and the points don't matter. This
Right.
is similar to that. She makes up her own answers.
No, I don't.
She makes up whether in this or that, it's basically a personal opinion, right? But to her, it's right or wrong. And
Okay.
she assigns points to it
It's
somehow.
to my personal opinion.
Right. So that makes it even harder. You
Okay.
got to think what she might like, but it's actually asking you what your personal favorite is.
But she's low-key judging you.
Correct. There you
Yes.
go. All
Got
right.
it.
There. Finally, somebody's explaining this.
I am a judgmental little
Someone,
person. Yes.
well,
okay.
All right.
and I'm a
First.
judgmental big person, so
So
Yeah, judgy.
question time.
Okay.
Trivia time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Plot first or script first?
Plot or script? That is a good one. I would say for me, it's a third option, which is art first.
Oh.
Not the curveball. No, to answer your question, I would say probably the plot.
Okay, Dad, you go now.
Script.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, and I never win. So
Oh
that's-
yeah, but you picked the right answer this time.
Oh, so I'm the one that lost.
Yeah.
Got it.
We're only on the first one.
We're only on the first one. Oh, you'll get your redemption soon.
Yeah, you'll get.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, here's the difference. Like,
But I like that question. That's good.
I got the question right, which means I got like 1 point. You got it wrong, so you got like -1 points. But when you
Like
get a
negative 1
question
point.
right, you'll get like 20,000 points, and I'll get like, and if I get one wrong, I get like -100. So
You have the
There's-
dad bias.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Next, digital drafts or old school notebook?
I'm gonna say old school notebook because the first bit of Love Game media was technically or like the script of the story, it was hand drawn and they were stick
Ooh.
figures. So I would say, yeah, hand drawn.
So notebook. I'm gonna go notebook as well.
Okay. Well, Beth, you got it correct.
Do you draw do you draw digitally now for all your books?
Yeah, so I use my drawing. I don't know if you can see it right
Yeah,
here,
you
but
got
I
a
use
tab. Okay.
my drawing tablet.
Sweet.
I pretty much, yeah, I'll do like for story and stuff. Sometimes I do paper, but for like character concept art, it's just easier to use my computer.
There you go. What
Yeah.
software do you use?
Photoshop.
Okay.
Yep. I tried Procreate on my iPad. It's a great software, but I am so used to that thing. I've been using that
Right.
thing for almost like 10 years.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I can
Switch. Right.
yeah, if I can switch right away.
I get it.
Okay. Are you ready for
I'm
the
ready.
next one?
Ready.
Okay. World building or character development?
These are some good questions, girl. World building or character development. I have a bias because I'm a character artist, so I'm very character heavy. I will come up with a story around a character that I create. So I've created Cub first, and I created the story around him. So I would probably say character development.
Okay.
But
you,
I've
Jen?
learned to appreciate the story building more.
Okay. You go, Dad, now.
Man, I once you said it that way, I have to go more into character because Panel Pete, our mascot, is our character
Right.
in the comic as well, and all the stories revolve around him.
Revolved around him, yeah.
So I'd have to go character building.
Okay. Okay. World. Oh wait, I already said that. Let me cross that out.
Yeah, it gets a little small.
Okay. Coffee fueled writing or late night crunch?
Late night crunch, because I actually do not drink coffee. And I feel like a lot of my best work is at night. So
Okay.
Late night.
Okay. You'll see at the end what your score is. Okay.
that was judgmental. I could
Right?
tell there was something.
But which person?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Even though I
don't
answered
know.
the same.
The shade.
Right.
Okay, I like it.
Working solo or working with a team, or no, collaborating with a team.
I do love to. Mine is kind of in between. I love to like come up with the idea myself and then bounce it off of someone. I like to bounce it off of like my best friend after and be like, hey, what do you think of this? And they usually always have really good feedback to, oh, what if you did this or that? But I think initially I do like being the main person that comes up with a story. I like collabing with other things for sure, like side products or projects. But I think like in terms of like main story, I do like to just be the sole artist and author.
Okay.
Mine's collab. I hired an artist and we worked so well together. It was like I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Okay. I'll just give you a hint. Y'all are tied.
Wow.
Okay.
I must be doing
She either really likes you today or she really hates me.
right. It's one or the other. I don't know
One or the other. I'll find out.
Okay. Story arc planning or one shot focus?
Can you put that in a sentence? Just joking. Okay, story arc. You said story arc planning?
Story
Yeah.
arc
Arc.
planning or one shot focus. So like I'll go first. Like my focus is on one shot, right? Because my story is a standalone story, standalone one shot adventure. So it's all contained in that one issue. I like the idea of, because my mascot is, a comic word bubble, he can be in any timeline, in any universe, in any
Right.
situation, right? So like Annakah wrote the little zine that we had, Panel Pete goes to the moon, right? So that was really cool. And like I'm working on the origin story of Panel Pete, which is going to be a medieval type story. And then
Right.
there's I want to do a Western, and I want to do like a dime store, detective novel type story. And so that's the cool. So they're all just going to be like a bunch of one shots, and then I can put them together as like an anthology once I get 4 or 6 of them. So that'll be really cool. So I focus more on like the one shot, but
Right.
then we're finding now one of people's favorite characters in the book in this current book is the lunch lady, because some of it's set in a school.
That's what you were saying. Yeah, one of the side characters. People
Yeah.
really,
So
which is
people love
interesting.
it is. So people love. I had to make it a sticker, so I made a lunch lady sticker, and
I love
you
that.
know, and now we're working on, or Mike's working on. He wants to make a couple scenes himself, like Annakah did, and so he's doing Tales of the Lunch Lady,
I
which will
love
be
that.
she'll be like a John Wick type assassin at night, and then slopping food in the trays in the day.
But
I
what?
love that.
Wait,
I can't wait for it.
but what if the assassin killed the people and then that's what they eat?
You better tell Mike that.
I'm doing it.
I'm messaging
I like
Mike.
that.
I should make
And
that.
see, that's what's so like side note, but that's what's so important about listening to your readers and the people that,
Right.
support you is like they know what is really good and you want to give them what they really like. For me, a lot of people really like Dream Station, one of the brothers, the one with the stars on his head.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, really? Like he's cool and all, but like y'all really liked him.
Like,
So
yeah, he's not my
I
favorite, right? Like,
right, he wasn't my favorite, but I definitely have made him more of a main character and he's gonna kind of have his own spin-off, like solo chapters, So I think listening to kind of what people like, and it's always like you're always surprised, like, oh really?
right.
Like, oh,
I wasn't
interesting, like the
expecting
lunch lady or Dream Station or so to answer your question, I would say I like more of the long haul. So like this probably the story. Like I want my story to be continuous, not just a one shot.
Okay. Interesting.
She's like, oh,
Well,
interesting.
yeah.
Like looking at me up and down, like, okay, girl. Okay, girl.
Okay.
You're lucky the screen's pixelated so I can see your eyes roll.
Right? Exactly.
Okay. Original IP or licensed franchise?
In terms of like what we like to partake in terms of creatively or
Yeah, I think it's
like on
more
my
like
computer.
I think it's more of if so this was geared to more of like the people that write for like Marvel or DC that we've had on, right? It's like, do they like more writing for Marvel, like they get
Or their own stuff.
or their own stuff, right?
Yeah.
So for you and I, it's pretty much our own stuff. Maybe we have
Right.
aspirations. I don't think I do. Maybe I'd write a cool Thor story one day. I don't know, because I like Thor, but
I think it would be more attention drawing. I think I would definitely have a lot more followers and
right,
viewers if I did make a lot more fan art. And that's what I was talking about with one of my other friends who does cons is like, when you have all original content, sometimes you do have to make some fan art essentially to kind of make your money back for your booth. You know what I mean?
right.
Like make
I was.
some
That's a
comic
very
characters
good
or
point, because I
because
used to
they'll
be
sell. People like Thor or Spider-Man. They'll buy a drawing of
right.
Thor.
So it's like I have somewhere here.
Oh.
Like I have the Mighty Pete stickers, right? And the shirt, right? He's on my shirt, but it's based off Thor. So it's kind of fan art, but it's changed enough to where it's my own character, right? We just did, so Colin Hawkins from Nuff Said Books did that, and he just did another one for me. That's he turned Panel Pete into He-Man for the new movie coming up.
Oh yeah.
So that one was pretty cool. So he's gonna work on like a bunch of them. But you're absolutely right. Like, I mean, I've sold more of those stickers than any others
Right.
because, and that cover too, like, because it's the cover of the book. It's just like a facsimile of the Journey into Mystery number 83, the first appearance of Thor. He kind of recreated that with Panel Pete. I sell that just because people are Thor fans, just like I am, right?
And I think it's because people are comfortable with these characters, So
Right.
yeah, I think people are comfortable with these characters, so they gravitate towards them. Whether it be like a Mortal Kombat game where you don't know any of the characters, but the DLC character is Omni-Man, and you are very familiar with Omni-Man, so you get the
Right.
game just to play as him. So it's kind of similar to that.
I agree. So which one did we pick, Annakah? I don't know. I kind of give
I think we got original IP.
But
Okay,
yeah, I would
yeah.
pick that one too.
Okay.
But I am seeing the benefits of licensed, which I can't
Right.
afford a license at the moment. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a job. I can't get nothing. No, just kidding.
Okay. Notes in red pen or digital comments?
Digital comments or notes in red pen?
When it says
I would say
What?
when it says like notes in red pen, it means like writing it down or whatever.
like writing it down.
Yeah.
I would say definitely the digital, because I write all my stuff in a Word document, and then I'll have my friend kind of go in after with the script and just kind of grammatically correct me a little bit and be like, oh, use this, or I suggest you use this. So it's so much easier because then I can like copy and paste it onto my panels, into the text bubbles. And yeah, it's definitely a lot more easy that way.
Agreed.
Though I do appreciate the pen, the red pen. It's a little bit easier to do on the go. I can do it on my
Right.
phone, my computer, anywhere I go, I can.
Yep.
Okay, Dad, you might not want to answer this, but you can. You can answer. Go ahead.
No, I said digital.
Oh, okay.
I thought there was another question she was like directing towards me or something. I was getting scared there for a second.
Right.
Anyways, brainstorming session or silent focus time?
I would say brainstorming, because I'm never quiet when I'm brainstorming. I need to be pacing. I need to be walking around, talking to someone in the shower. Like, I can't just sit and be like, I can appreciate people like that, but I feel like I need to hear myself talk and like, go through different things in order for me to have a good idea pop up,
Okay, Dad.
What were my choices?
Brainstorming session or silent focus time?
I like brainstorming session.
Yeah.
Okay. Last one. Deadline met or perfection achieved? My stomach.
See,
Deadline
again,
met
you
or
and I don't really
perfection.
have deadlines, right? So
Yeah, which you're right. I've tried to create deadlines for myself, like the convention I was at in February.
yeah.
I did try to give myself a deadline of having the hard copies done, having chapter 8
Okay. So
done,
yeah, we do that.
and not all the time though.
Right.
I know there's a lot more strict stuff, but I would say, I mean, ultimately, yeah, to perfection. I mean, because you don't want to have to crap a whole bunch of stuff out. The thing is, with me, I do the deadline to perfection, but I'll give up a lot of different things in my life. Like, I won't hang out with anyone. I won't go to the gym. I won't do this or that. I'll just be like glued to my computer. And by the end, I'm drained. So I need to take like a month or two off, And I think it can be very, yeah, just draining. So I would say to perfection, probably, ideally,
I love it.
But
Okay. What about you? Got 3 seconds.
It's so hard because like
Well,
I'm more of a deadline person. Because I set a deadline, like when we did our book, like I had a deadline, like we picked a day we were going to the print shop. So we were under tight deadlines to get, certain things done before we got there. And then even when we were there, we had deadlines set, throughout the day to pick the paper so we could order the paper at the right time. I'm a crunch deadline person for sure.
crunch deadline. Yeah.
okay, so
All right, here comes how bad
let me do
did.
some calculating
I'm
because I did
scared.
tally marks instead.
The talent marks. Okay, while you do that, I need to just check something super quick.
Okay.
And then I'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh.
Not the O.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Sorry, something's falling off my dresser.
Okay. So let me just.
I picture that meme with all the math equations.
Right.
I don't know if you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, just spit it out.
Okay, so you.
Me?
Okay, so you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tally marks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dashes. So for each tally mark, you got 10 points. For each dash, you will lose 10 points.
Size 0.
Yes, and you.
So you canceled yourself out.
So for every Talking Log you got 100, and for every dash you have, you got 1 point deducted. So you had 500.
Not the favoritism.
So you had 5 checkpoints, and wait, no, 1. Yeah, and
So he got 495 points to my 0, even though we got the same amount of correct.
ish.
Game is rigged.
No, it
That's pretty
isn't.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You gotta use.
I'm gonna put that on my resume.
Do it.
I won this or that on Talking Comics podcast episode.
Right, by an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's gonna get you to be like the highest job ever.
They'll be like, get the job. Give
Right.
them the job.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, give him the job. He won a this or that against Annakah. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be worth something one day. Not today, but one
Yeah.
day.
Keep the scripts too.
Yeah. All right. So two things. You got to give a piece of advice for other creators.
Hold on. Before he does
Oh,
that, he needs to have
sorry.
a victory speech.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. You have to give a victory speech for your win.
As well as the advice.
And then yeah, so maybe 3.
Then the advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so the victory speech, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm glad I won 495 points. It was honestly pretty easy. That's the victory speech. If I can do it, you might be able to do it. You probably will.
I'll never know.
If you're AJ, you probably, unless you're AJ.
Right, exactly.
this specific AJ. That's
Yeah,
it.
unless you're me, right? Unless you're dad, you get nothing.
Or Victoria.
Or Victoria.
Right.
Ooh, we ought to bring Victoria.
Yeah.
Me versus Victoria, my oldest daughter.
Who's Victoria? Who is this?
That's
diva?
my daughter, my oldest daughter.
Your oldest daughter?
Her
Okay.
sister. So
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll be 25 this year. Jesus, I'm old.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to laugh at that.
All right, so we got the victory speech. Now you have to give a piece of advice for creators or inspiration for creators in the world.
Yeah, I would say some advice would be to just start with a page. If you're trying to do a comic or a book or anything creative, just start with a small piece of it, enough to where you can get somewhat of a visualization of what it could grow into, and just keep doing it. Just add a little bit, even if it's once a day, once a week, once a month, once a year. Just keep adding to it, and then if you like what you see, just stick with it. And I think we need to experiment with different things in life, because we're not always going to like the thing that we first start off doing. So
Right.
You could try
Change it.
1,000 different hobbies and still not find your thing that you're into. So just keep trying. That way you can say, oh, I tried it. I'm not into it. I'm moving on to the next thing.
100%. All right.
Yeah.
Lastly, tell people where they can get your book.
Yes. You can get my book you can get volumes 1, 2, 3, or 4, or Act 1 on Dillasmo.com. Or you can always DM me on Dillasmo, my Instagram. I do a lot of, I'm going to, forgot the name of it, but it's a Wendell convention in September,
Epic
which I'll post.
Con or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Epic. I'll be there, so you can always buy
Okay.
in person if you don't want to pay shipping.
Right.
Or, I'm flexible. Message me. I could drop it off. When I first released it a couple years ago, the very first beta copy, I drove around delivering it to people in their mailboxes.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm like, you got mail.
You got mail.
And they call the police. They're like, who is this person
this?
in my
Right.
lawn?
In my yard, putting stuff in my
Yeah.
mailbox.
Putting stuff in my
That's crazy.
mailbox.
Well, thanks
yeah.
so much for joining. Thanks for hanging out with us. Putting
Yeah,
up
it was
with our
fun.
games and
Yeah.
questions and everything. I'm glad we were able to work this out. We'll get
Yeah.
you, like I said, again, when you do your, issue 5, let us know. We'll get you back on to
Yeah.
promote it, however you want to promote it. And yeah, we'll definitely see you at some conventions, whether together we're vending together or we just attend. We'll definitely see you at some conventions coming up. And
Of course.
Thanks again for joining.
Yep.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. I felt like part of the family.
Awesome.
AJ
Yeah.
number 3.
AJ number 3.
AJ number 3.
Yep.
I love that.
AJ number 1, 2 and 3. Yeah.
And 3.
Mhm.
Perfect.
We don't just talk about comics, we made one.
And it's called the Chronicles of Pam and Pete.
At Talkin Comics, we interview creators, show off our comic hauls,
Play fun games and show what we're learning firsthand.
get a free preview of the Chronicles of Pam and Pete by subscribing to our Substack,
Watch the trailer and all the video episodes on YouTube.
or listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Follow along, like, subscribe.
Trying to start a podcast but feeling stuck? At Aquadio, we help creators make waves with everything you need to bring your voice to life. Hosting, recording, editing, and marketing. Whether you're starting from scratch or just need a little help polishing your sound, we're here to hydropower your creativity. Comment on this video or DM us today and let's dive in.